Hey everyone, I'm Artie, and welcome to part 2 of my look at far long sails. I really do not want to call it a review. First, allow me to say that I've got the key to this game thanks to the kindness of developer and publisher. Also be aware that this video contains, I wouldn't call it spoilers, but maybe footage from later parts of the game. So if you don't want to see what happens next, check back to the part 1 in which I kinda reviewed the game between the lines, and I show only the beginning of far long sails. With that said, let's see what kind of game far long sails really is. I find it difficult to define. It all depends on the approach, from which way we look at it, and if we try to put a template on it. Let me explain. Of course, everything I say is only my opinion. We can put a template called adventure game with puzzle elements, with elements of puzzle. And yes, it will be correct. Far long sails come from this genre to some extent. It is, but it doesn't really fit at the same time. Maybe different template then, maybe different genre, maybe let's just say that this game is not really a good puzzle adventure game, like I see in some reviews on Steam. My thinking is, it's like walking into an art gallery and look for some elements of comics or anime in Rembrandt, Van Gogh, or even Hockney. Where are dialogues in this painting? Where is the action? Why those painted people just staring at me? They are dancing, but why? Is there a plot to this? And from which episode are Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that classic paintings are better than comics or anime. No, it's all good art. So what am I trying to say? Is Far Long Sails not a game? Yes, it is. Should we approach the game as a piece of art? No, not as piece of art. More like poetry. A poem about life. I can hear people like, you must be joking, right? What a guy stops watching, dislike. And that's fair. But when I was playing Far Long Sails, I did feel like I was reading a poem from the visuals and things I had to do. Yes, we can complain that puzzles are not so innovative, easy to solve, that the micromanagement of the vehicle is tedious and slow and there's not much to do. But those are just excuses to keep us engaged in the game. Far Long Sails invites us to sit one-on-one with it and read into the visuals, because there is no single letter, not a single word spoken, maybe except this one scene. I dare to say that everything has a meaning in the game. And just like in life, we can run through it, food, work, sleep, food, work, sleep, and die. Or we can walk through it, at least trying to understand what this life is for. One of my favorite parts in the game is when we get into this huge walking ship. It feels safe, and it feels like now we are a part of something bigger under its wings, and no storm, no hail, nothing can interrupt our journey. But then the ship breaks, so we fix it. It moves on, but then the ship goes out of fuel. So we fuel it, and we do this and we do that, and we must use our own vehicle to make the walking ship move. And in the end, it feels like we would get through that icy lake faster if we were on our own and not wasting time to take care of some huge breaking ship. And now some people would say, so what? But some people could say, that's right, it's like when I was working for this one company. I had to do everything, and at first the pay was good, and insurance, and I think you get the idea. Far long sails is short. 2 hours max. Replayability? Again, it's like with reading poetry. Do we read poems over and over again? We do keep them in our memory to recall them from time to time, and we may go back to the game from time to time. But again, if we put gaming template on Far Long Sails, the replayability would be next to none. The price is too high for my taste. To be honest, I would never buy this game for the full price for myself. I would wait for at least 50% off sale. However, the game, even for its full price, could be a really good gift for someone we know, and someone who we know would appreciate this kind of poetry. I know that this game would mean a lot to me as a gift, but I already have it, played it, so it doesn't count. And that is all I have to say. Far Long Sails is special, I say. And don't ask me to rate it or if I recommend it or not. It would be a matter of guess if the game speaks to you or not. And rating it, well, remember that scene from Dead Poets Society about measuring poetry? I'm thinking, do I speak too high about this game comparing it to the poetry? But the world we live in should teach us already that games are or can be next level form of art. Thank you for watching. See you in other videos. Bye.